Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and this is Timberborn and the beautiful beaver community of Beaverpool. Now we left off last time, we've started to build our dam and set our dynamite. So that is all beautifully on the go. And yeah, so we're going to keep pushing that forward. Thank you as well, as per always, for the suggestion about the bad water system. I do like it. Basically, the idea to go 3D and go 3D and so increase our bad water area in essence. There was also mention about I can make it too bigger without affecting my water area. I'm staring. I'm afraid I don't quite get that one. I do like the idea of going 3D, although I think I can only go down by 1. Let's go down to the... Oh, can I? Yes, I can go down by 1 because I've gone down by 1 for the actual water level. So yeah, I can only go down by 1, but I can get another... If I go down there to start with, then again I can put it into here, 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 and here. In essence, can get another 5 squares of evaporating water on the go. So we'll definitely look to get that done. Like I said, I am struggling a little bit with the get more squares without affecting your clean water reservoir. But to be honest with you, once we get this up and running, then it's not going to matter so much anyway, because all this has to do is have water in it so that this stays irrigated. After that fact, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I have been having to do a bit of manual, so I think I will make it 3D. But that's probably as far as I'll go, if I'm perfectly honest. That is probably as far as I'll go. Yeah, we've built, as you can see, this back wall. We're too far from building district and Canterbury. Once we've built up onto this wall, which I'm actually going to go and take that away because we don't need to get up here. What I really, really don't need to have that going up there for them to just run back this way. Yeah, that's just unnecessary. We don't need to come back around here anymore. We need to build somewhat out here. There you go. We've gone and built this up. We will eventually path that off. So there could be nothing wrong with that idea, right? Right, folks, right? There's nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong. Let's. So we are probably... Oh, you're probably wrong. Let's put that up to there. Right. Now, obviously, I can change this. Pathing. Most of the pathing is just there. It was my marker. Oh, whoops. Clicking no is not going to do anything. We need to keep some of it there because some of it is in fact now a used path. Although, why don't we that all the way around? Go, then all we'll have to do is block that off. So we'll continue to do that. Got, like I said, all the dynamite being placed. What are we down to? Still 253. And of course, we do need to get our extractor online. That was one of the next things for today. We have plenty of bad water. We just need to, yep. Supply and demand, 400 out of 1020. Woo, look how rapidly that drops down. But These kick in, bang, straight back up. 2200 over 0. How fast that recharges. So let's go and get an extractor or centrifuge, I should say, online. High chance of injury. Let's go and add this on the end. There we have planks and gears and metal. That'll do. Let's go and give that a bit of priority so we don't have to wait for everything else. And then we will basically start placing level 2 dynamite so we can slow down the terrain a little bit faster. So yes, get that up and running. Now in terms of injuries, we have 5 injured beavers. We only have 6 beds. With that now coming up being a high chance of injury. Well, you know. Go and clean this up before it disappears. I don't actually know if that's going to make them clean it up because they could still be prioritizing building first. Oh no, it worked. It worked. Yes. Yeah, that's the bit I need to destroy even further. Of course, got here. Let's go, and we're still missing 9 people from jobs. I really do wish I could range people. Let's take 2 people out of there. How are we looking on other resources? Right, we need storage. Storage for my extract. My first large tank. Let's do this. At a bit of priority, so that gets built. We'll keep getting our extract. So we're missing 5 people. Anyone else I can particularly... Do you know what we're doing really, really well? On planks. Let's pause one of those for now. Pine resin is doing very well as well. Ooh, do I take away a tapper shack? Do I don't. As you can see, our food, like I said, we're kind of on the edge. We're not really pushing up. You know, we did go from the 200 storage, where we're not really shooting out into the straight into the skies. We're missing 4 people, but that's just our inventors. So I am going to turn those guys on. Now I'm missing 8 people. Like I said, is there anyone I can particularly turn off? Ooh, I don't think so. Always do more beavers, but like I said, I'm kind of on the edge of my resources. On the edge of my resources a little bit. That should at least speed up the building process, because we do now have 4 more builders. Oh, you look at that. Started checking this up as well. Okay. Go ahead and make this the priority then. Because otherwise we're going to end up with some weird thing going on if we get hit by a bad tide, and I'd rather that it didn't happen. Let's go and finish this up completely. Yeah, start building everything. Right, so that'll get finished shortly. Very much do need to expand our logging industry. As I mentioned, I think it was last episode, so we're phase 1 good. phase one of getting yourself established, getting yourself secure, you know, really being able to then move forward. We're phase one good. We're not phase two good. And that is the direct problem. So with that, you know, these bigger projects, these things are really pushing forward. We're not quite there yet. I mean, as you can see, my logs are struggling, especially with all of this, which, yeah, I know it takes a lot of logs, but this is a phase two project, you know? I mean, this is what happens. And so we are very much short on beavers, but we can do the planning side of it very much so. If I were to put a couple of sluices here, only saying water may leave, or in fact, oh, see, this is the annoying part, right? Because how could I do this? I think I would have to put a couple of floodgates here and here. Then it would have to be at a level where the bad tide would never reach, basically. Which this does have the natural flow by the looks of things. For no particular reason other than it's blocked off. Yes, think of a couple of floodgates. As this is only 0.5 at a quick guess. No, roughly down the middle, maybe a little bit higher. If I put that up to about a 0.8 or a 0.9, that should always keep the water flowing out. And so should in essence keep this bit nice, green. Will allow me to expand essentially just my logging industry up into this region. You have this obviously lovely contamination going on. Magnifique. And so that is could of course go even one further and then just find this directly so it comes out down here and off the map. That's a bit of a longer run, bit of a bigger project. Yeah, I think just blocking it off here, very good start, and this will then clean up. This will become a lot greener. And then if I can somehow get a bit of a natural reservoir up here. I don't like doing things manually. I don't like using beaver power if I can automate things, hence this. Or more to the point, I don't like using my power or my time if I can automate things, because I forget. And then things fall apart. So there is usually that problem. I love it. Building some of it from on top of here. Okay, and that is not quite. Not quite finished, but that will be blocked off very shortly. That little bit of bad tide area will be capped, basically. And one of the next things would definitely also be just capping this bad water source. Now, we also do have the bad water rigs being folktails, which extract backwater directly from the ground. Ground only must be built on the ground. High chance of injury. I mean, you know, this could become a permanent source of bad water instead of this little setup we've got going on over here. Of course, a cap is a fair bit easier. But I mean, that's probably not a bad idea going forward. That would stop a whole bunch of this, basically. Probably get this one capped pretty soon as well. That, in essence, would be 3 sources all dealt with. And we just have to find out what I'm missing. We've clearly got something here. There you go. 1. Then we have the one up here. 2. That's a good point. I don't even have to divert it. I just cap it. Forgot all about that. Just stick a lid on it. Oh, water's gone down a little bit. Oh, we hit a drought? Okay. Yeah, we've hit a drought. Can pause 2 of those. 1 can keep the water levels up. And if I remember, 1 big is better than... That's 5, and yeah, so it's 5 small ones. I'm only using 3 at the moment. The 1 big pump should do us pretty well. Well, in... Walk is getting a little bit long. Would build something closer. Has to get a bit swings and roundaboutsy. Yeah, the path is a little bit long, but whilst they're doing that, so let's... Planning obviously that, so that's droughted out. For us to start placing, where are my barriers? 5 planks, 1 metal. Definitely in the cards, definitely got the resources on the go. Could go and contamination barrier this corner. That would keep this area green. And like I said, I could your, should we say jurisdiction? Yes, does not go up top. Have to build another one, which is fine. Absolutely fine. Let's tidy this up a little bit. So yeah, I could definitely turn this whole area up here into forest. And that would very much expand on here. Sorry, what's going on down here? Ah, we can't get across this side. Of course. But if I was to box it off, that could be possible. You know what I can do? Let's fancy this up a little bit. Go, that'll cover it. As we're, let's be honest, not. I was supposed to click no, and then for some reason I still clicked yes. Go and rebuild that now. Like I saw it. I saw there was numbers on it. I saw the numbers were a bad thing, and yet I still clicked yes. I just couldn't help it. Now I'm gonna have to rebuild the path because they have to get access to this thing. Can we get access to that thing, please? Go get that built to connect all this back up. But you know what? Why don't we go and call that a priority as well? Get that picked up whilst you're all up there. Oh, that's all being picked up. Ah, yo. Can't believe I went and did that. Right, so what we do want. That'll come straight across there. Let's undo those paths by there. Off a bit. If I was to place a black flag here, for instance. I would also. Well-being, teeth grinder. Yeah. That. And this. But it does go all the way into the corners. Floodgate. I'm gonna ask for ready coming. We can get I have a feeling these don't necessarily need to be covering the diagonal, but I can't 100% remember, and plus it also just looks more complete. So, ooh, that really does invade, doesn't it? Those a bit of priority. So, what does that mean going on over here? You've placed all your dynamite? Oh, you beautiful, beautiful beavers, you. Explode something. Explode 200 dynamite in a single day. You're so welcome. Turns out there was over 200 dynamite there. Go and delete that. Then I wish to... level 2 dynamite. For all of this. Dynamite. Oh wait, no. What? I shouldn't have gotten rid of those stairs. Now go all the way down with those stairs. All the way back up. I also wish to this level 2 dynamite. Dynamite in there. Then I wish to some of those spirally staircases on the go. Wait, I want it. Yep, that'll do. That way. This isn't going to quite solve my problem, but I just wanted to really put in the spiral staircases for the first time ever. And that'll roughly do something like that. And then we're going to extend it so they can get on the top of this side. Or change it, I should say. They can get on the top of that side. Once that's all fully done, they do need to be able to get up to here. Which we will sort out once a lot of this is done. Get that sorted out, that's not a problem. Putting that there should give them access to that. Then we need to start building the further project from here, which is not a problem. Okay. You should be planting trees. Too far from a district and part of the path. Go. I'll divert them back down to here to finish this off. We've just had a drought, so it's cleaned out beautifully because this then turns on first. Let's keep it that way. Let's get this built before we have a bad tide. We're gonna get, once again, just to confirm. Yep, it covers the whole thing. Let's go and get all of this covered in oak trees. Might make it to the edge. Fine. Because of water. Oh, we're gonna be missing. Get into here as well. Yeah, let's get these oak trees growing, basically. So that when I get the beavers and I'm able to turn this on and actually get it really moving, we have the oak trees already grown. Yeah, I don't actually need to build this one, but hey, we've now got access to get across if I so want. Oh, interesting. Ah, I know why, because this hasn't yet overspilled. This is going to keep filling up. And then when this overspills, this should slightly reduce. There it is. Coming straight back down. Fantastic. And okay, because that is... Nope, that is still... That's dropped off nicely there. That's dropped off nicely there. That has... Yep, apart from that one square, I can live with that. We are going to keep that path there in case I do want it. Not in the original plans, but further forward again. Very useful to have. Alright, let's get this secondary forest area up and running. Once that's going, let's double check back over with our beavers over here. Still planting all of that wonderful dynamite. Then they'll get themselves on top of this and over here to finish building this little tiny bit here. And then pull the dynamite down into here. That's done. I can remove the stairs, plant the dynamite here, and get this fully going up to here, basically. What I want to do is... Not that this will happen quite yet, but that will be the future idea. I'll simply remove this set of stairs. We've built this. That'll allow them to run across here up to this side. Get all of this built as well. Then all I have to do is plug in this gap, finish building this up, and build this, to be honest. Then we are looking pretty good. Very good indeed. So with that ridiculously high output. So what are we struggling on? Sticks of dynamite. Well, that's not a shock. Oh, we're struggling on bad water. That is why. Let's go and pause our extractor. 2 more beavers back to the work pool. Less chance of injuries. Should very much help get some more bad water on the go. probably, let's be honest, do the second bad water pump as well. Let's give him priority. Yep, I just love how all of this is all now getting planted, ready in essence for phase 2, when I can spare 4 more beavers to start chopping down trees. Yep, struggling on that dynamite, but there's plenty of things they can move on to whilst they're waiting for dynamite to build. Bad water's coming back in, so the dynamite production should continue to go up. We have 159 extract, which should do us for most of our currently placed dynamite, to be honest. And I don't think I really need to trim the tower that this thing's on. I might do anyway. Not entirely sure. Trim it down because obviously it just gives me more water area. One, 2, 4, 5. So. Yeah, I can do that afterwards. No rush on that one. I can access all of that from up here. So that will be water. This is much more future logging, which is going to explode that industry. So the next thing will be food. Food is also just about on the edge. Now the next thing, when I say this, is food, means we need another green area. A lovely, flat, large, green area I can go ahead and use for food. Now, of course, water sources are the problem. I know I've got a couple towards the edge of the map somewhere. I can start snaking around somewhere. It's gone a bit red with the removing of the water that I just went and did. That doesn't help. I got 2 aquifers here. Can definitely help get more water onto the map, but not quite so much. If I can cap this and then release this river, that will actually do a lot for me. I can, in essence, step over here, the other side of what's going to be my new housing complex, get a lot of farming done down here. I think would work out just beautifully. I think that's the direction we should be aiming for. Got those, we've got those, and we've got those. We've got all the materials. Have all of the materials. This one is going to disappear. I don't think I want this one, however, to come back. I'll probably build a second. That was never planned to have a second one here. This is the exchange, the one-stop area. So it makes sense for there to be a second, although 1, 2, 3, it kind of does. That is a smidge. Just a smidge. That only has a gap of... No, gap. Well, can't be done because it's a little bit annoying. Can't be built because it's in the way of the other one, but the other one is going to go off in a different direction. But I can't undo the other one to build this one because everything goes wrong. You know? What I could do... Hang on, what I would want... 3. 1, 2, 3. I build path up there. You know, I want. And that, in essence, not quite come to a bad water rig there because there's stuff in the way. There, and chop down trees. Where we have a priority system that I can do all of this. I didn't actually need to build those stairs, and I'm going to unbuild those stairs right now. Because I have access right up here. What I will do is I just destroyed that path, but I'm going to kind of a different version of it back in. And it should allow me to remove all these trees. It should also allow me to build everything I'm looking to build. Oh. There's going right up into there. Like I said, then I will build one there. Drought approaching. I'm almost out of water because I never turned back on my pumps. Everybody panic. See, this is why I don't like manual things. I got distracted for the last I don't know how long, and I don't have any water. And it's not like I'm really good on the water game right now. So everybody panic because I've almost killed everybody. Basically. Okay, yeah, well, with access of these stairs being put in, obviously these have now suddenly gained priority because they're much, much older buildings. That just happened. Well, my happiness is going up, so more beavers are generally being watered right now. I'm going to have to simply power through and, in essence, drain this, which is going to have more of an effect on everything else. So that's going to go ahead and happen. And what I'm... that round, I'm hoping that obviously goes from that one, and we'll be able to make it. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 26 water. That's current high. 95 constructions. Ah, they're lacking their explosives, yes. Yes. Well, we knew that was going to happen, but like I said, there's plenty of other projects for our beavers to get involved in. Oh, our food has gone up a smidge. Everyone's eating a lot of berries, which is a bit odd. And do you know what? Let's go and just top those up. Why not? Nothing wrong with always keeping a stockpile of 200 berries. And let's just remove this tiny piece of path by here because that's horrible. Yes, 87 dynamite still missing. 84, it does keep dropping down. Very nice to see. And if you look at that, our beautiful dam wall is very largely built, to be honest. You know, are they technically still able to build on top of stairs? Because if they are, get rid of a lot of it. No, no! Why? Why did you... I did not say get rid of the damn stairs. Don't rush build and place an identical one in its place right away. Yes! Yes, mistakes were made. Free the beaver! God, it's coming to the end of the day. Beaver's definitely stuck there overnight. What would be good, right? So the beaver's stuck there overnight, but everyone's now going to bed. He could build that. The materials are there. He could free himself. There is no reason for Wagat Sock to spend the night outside hungry. Just could build his way out. Here he goes. There was no need for him to sleep outside in the harsh, undeserving conditions. These all... No, these don't have extract. Right, so we're going to have to turn our extract back on as well. Oh, which we do. With the extra pump and that turned off, our bad water is shot back up. Can't turn these off. I am going to pump this dry 100% in 6 days. But I need to pump as much water as physically possible. Ooh, that's built. Let's watch that. Yeah, sure. Famous last destructions again there. Right, things are definitely getting built though. How are we doing with some of my extra stuff? Okay, yeah, that's begun to be placed. They're seriously thinking about it. Between all this available dynamite that we don't have, everything else that we've got going on, other bits and bobs are starting to be constructed. Now, of course, let's also make this accessible. All right, so the dam is almost finished. We will hopefully finish that off next episode. Wall's almost done. A lot of the dynamite has been placed. So you have a slight dynamite problem right now, or a slight explosives problem. So it is going to take a little bit longer, but we are forging ahead with other projects. Our next forestry area is currently growing. That's going to take another cycle, basically. Hopefully we get through this mess we've gone and caused ourselves, and we can gain some water. Please. And then next episode as well, I will start to place down and design what will in essence be the power shaft. It's going to go from this wind farm back up to here, and what will then end up being our battery farm. Just a small battery farm. Well, I say it's smallish battery farm. Probably be 10. 5 on the front, 5 on the back. In terms of batteries. Then, of course, we will have the power shaft coming out the side to our wind farm. One way or another. Look at that beautiful pink sky. Very nice. And so on that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me from myself, Will Dragon, and all of the wonderful beavers at Beaverpool. I hope you have enjoyed the episode and you're enjoying the series so far. When we come back, we will probably stop panicking. We will hopefully finish a whole bunch of our construction. And so until then, as per always, I truly do hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.